నేను మీకు అదే I was referring about Dehradun trip. Uh, we had been there for a week. We had a program in Haridwar on 22nd, and evening 22nd, 23rd in Meherdham, Dehradun, which Baba called my Vrindavan. And then 24th, New Life place, Meher Mafi and Shatrugna Kumar's house. And 25th, Roodki. So, Dehradun, Baba has taken as his central place for his universal work. Baba used to select places throughout the world, in Assisi, in Zurich, London, America, everywhere he used to do his universal work. And the means were always seclusion, fasting. And in seclusion, what he did, we don't know, but his work, we cannot even imagine. So while Baba was in Dehradun in 1953, Baba was there for must work in 1942, 46. And then New Life, January 1952, June, Baba was there. That was the long period in 1950. And again, 1953, Baba was there for 9 months. And Bhauji joined there only. Many important events took place also. Bhauji joined the Mandali there in Dehradun. And Baba dictated Parvardigar prayer on 13th August 1953 in Dehradun, and also the highest of the high message on 7th September 1953. So in 53, when he was in Dehradun, Baba went to Mussoorie in April 53. Means exactly 70 years have passed. Baba stayed in the bungalow of Raja of Teri Garwal. We could not locate that. When I asked Atul, who is the volunteer there and active worker, he said, uncle, आप कभी आइए, search करेंगे हम. It is said to be Happy Valley, because hill station, there are so many places. It is very difficult to go from place to place and search it. We went only to the waterfall, KMT waterfall, and the main road, which he said Baba walked throughout, because Baba was there for 2 months in Mussoorie. So we in Dehradun also, we just remembered what happened there when Baba was in Mussoorie. Now also, I would like to repeat those two. We have been repeating for the last 2 weeks. So when Baba was there, Baba remembered his lovers. When Baba was in Mussoorie, Baba remembered his lovers around the world in a wonderful way. Bauji says, a list of all Baba's men and women Mandali disciples and devotees was drawn up, and each would daily read out their names to Baba. This Subramanyam told in Meher Mafi. See, Baba remembered all his lovers. He did not wanted to miss anybody's name. So this reading went on for hours. Baba used to remember hours together. Even when Baba was drafting the trusted deed in 1959, Baba remembered the person who brought hot water for Baba's bath on 25th February 1954, his birthday in Tadepalligudem. Hirish said Hirish did not remember. Baba said, find out. And he was Bandeli Bapiraju. Baba remembered him for a pot of hot water. Baba made him beneficiary along with his Mandali members. So that was his love and remembrance. So in Dehradun, Masuri, Baba was remembering all his lovers. So it went on for hours. Sometimes Baba would motion to Erich to stop, and he would sit for a few minutes, moving his fingers rapidly. So, what work he was doing and what sort of grace he was showering on them, we don't know. But when some names were read out, Baba used to sit calmly and quietly, but his fingers moved very rapidly, doing his invisible work. Erich would not read aloud the names hurriedly, but in a slow, steady manner. As each name was pronounced, Baba would lightly pat his leg. When every name was read, Baba used to pat his leg. In addition, the list of departed ones who had served Baba was updated, and those names also were read out daily before him. And this was a daily routine for Baba to remember his lovers, departed and also living. Babaji says here, the world remembers God, but it does not know that when God descends in human form, he remembers his lovers and worshippers. In fact, he remembers everyone, every moment, and his inner work for each is continuous. So his work for all is continuous. Why? Because he wanted them to become him. So this was going on there, and another incident there in Masuri. Um, Baba asked Vishnu, who was the person who made all purchases. Vishnu did the marketing and kept accounts of every paisa and rupee. He was keeping account of what he purchased and the amount spent. So he wrote down that expenses in a notebook, and he was very careful in keeping the record of all money he spent. In Masuri, Baba began scrutinizing the accounts each day. So that was his routine also. As he remembered his lovers and Erich read out the names. The second thing Baba used is he was examining and verifying the accounts maintained by Vishnu. So Vishnu would read out the item of every purchase made and its cost. As Erich read the names of his lovers and departed souls, here Vishnu would read out the items of every purchase made by him and for which he used to maintain a notebook. So at times Baba would ask him to go over the same thing again and again, even though it was very insignificant, such as vegetables 5 rupees. So Baba used to ask him, stop, read it again, vegetables 5 rupees, and so on. So once while repeating the item, insignificant item again and again, Vishnu burst out laughing. Baba asked him, what is so funny? Why are you laughing? So Vishnu says, this is so boring, Baba. Vishnu exasperated. What a way to pass the time. Vishnu thought that Baba was passing his time in such a repetition of insignificant purchases made by him, like vegetables 5 rupees. Then Baba said, "What?" Baba exclaimed. "Do you think that this is just a pastime? What do you know about the work I do by making you repeat the same thing over and over again? Through this means, I take account of the whole world." You see, we can only see his outward movements, what is happening on this physical plane, but in inner planes, Baba says, this is Baba's own words, Baba says, through this means I take account of the whole world. Your reputation is merely symbolic. Because he has to be in connection with this physical world, the illusion, while doing his work on inner planes. So, for that purpose, he used to do something, playing marbles, flying kites, and seven tiles game, and also playing cards. All these Baba says, these are all the means. Through these means, he takes the account of the whole world. Your reputation is merely symbolic. I am not doing it as a pastime. This is not pastime. All my time is spent in work, and not a single moment passes when I am not occupied with my work. Single moment is also he is not at rest. He is doing every moment. He is doing his work. Day and night, my work goes on. You sleep in the night and you do not do anything, but I do in the night also. Day and night, my work goes on. If there were a gap even for a moment, the world will the world would disappear. See, if as we know, the power comes from a powerhouse. Suppose powerhouse, if it is not working throughout day and night, how can we get the power? When it is switched off, everything, everywhere, whatever is connected to it, it goes dark, and we feel it. But here, Baba says, if there were a gap even for a moment, the world will disappear, like the powerhouse put off. If Baba stops working for a moment, the total world, the illusion, which is nothing but his shadow, it will again go back into him and it disappears. So that is the reason why Baba says, I work day and night. That was thing through a small outward, which Vishnu thought that it was pastime. Baba explained to him how this goes on. So another thing, Baba said how much important the work doing and not doing. Baba explained that one day they got into an argument. This was in Upasni Maharaj's ashram. It went on. There were two persons, Taramak and Mahadev. So one used to work uh, hard, and other man was not doing anything. On this, Baba explained, there was another named Mahadev. He was a farmer who loved Maharaj very much, and he did nothing but remember Maharaj all day long. One day the question arose at the ashram about Taramek working the whole day, but Mahadev doing no work at all. Maharaj said, those who do nothing for years together perform the most arduous work. To do nothing for years is great tapa, great penance. Baba, taking that incident, Baba said, Jawaharlal Nehru and Churchill, who hold the keys to their nations, do a great deal of work, but the Mast Nilkant, who does nothing and remains lying on his cot all day, does infinitely greater work than Nehru. So what can we know? Nilkant Mas Baba contacted him in Rishikesh, and he was also brought to Mehrabad by Kumar, Shatrughna Kumar. That was a very big story and good experience for Kumar. So here Baba says, the Mast Nilkant, he only lay, lays down on his cot and does nothing. But Baba says, it was greater, remains lying on his cot all day, does infinitely greater work than Nehru. Because what Nehru and Churchill are doing, it is in zero, illusion, nothing. He does in reality for the sake of God, for the sake of those who want to reach God. He will be an instrument in the hands of the God man. So Baba says, the work he, by merely lying on cart, what he does is greater than what Nehru and Churchill do. What does doing nothing mean? Baba says doing nothing mean nothing and nothing doing. Baba explained, to eat is work, to fast is also work, to sleep is work, and to remain awake is also work. The remedy then is whatever work is entrusted to us, if done according to the wishes of the person entrusting it, we have done nothing. So here Baba says, doing and not doing. A person appears to be doing so much thing. And a person appears to be sitting or laying down at one place. Baba says, that is not important. What is important is whatever work is entrusted to us. By whom? By our beloved. As Baba said, without my will, a blade of grass will not move. So, whatever work is entrusted to us, if done according to the wishes of the person entrusting it, we have to do, because this is the role given to us in the world by Him. And if we do it according to the wishes of one who has entrusted this role to us, we have done nothing. We do everything, but we do not do anything. That is the greatest thing in spirituality, because it does not imprint any impression on our mind and keeps our mind clean and clean. So, Baba explained at length about desires, how they are stored in the mind, and how the mind generally revolts. At the end, he remarked to Bhau, now you will live for me. Because Bhauji came there in Masuri and Baba sent him back. Although Bhau had been called for 15 days, Baba called him for 15 days. After 3 days, Baba sent him back, and Baba instructed him, go back to Nagpur and take complete rest for 1 month. Thereafter, come to Dehradun, where I will break every bone in your body. Baba said like that. That means breaking every bone in his body was uh, breaking his ego. So that was the thing. And the first thing Bhauji was interested there in Dehradun, Baba asked him to, after 9, Baba asked him to go to every room and say, if anybody is still waking and not sleeping, ask him, fool, why are you waking after 9? So that was very hard, because all were senior members and he was to go to every room. And Kaikoba took objection for it and told Baba, who is this chap? He's speaking like that. So Baba said, okay, now it is enough. So it went on for a few days, and then Bhauji's first step of obedience, one of his bones was broken, and throughout Baba did break his bones, means his ego. So that was the work Baba did. Outwardly, what he did is maybe insignificant but inwardly. If we do not work for a moment, the entire world will go back and disappear. So, Jai Baba. Jai Baba.